Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Killa podcast, and it's not any ordinary podcast. It's Christmas! Happy Christmas, everybody. This is live and direct, Kensal Rise, Central London, or as central as you need to be. That's a good one.
Merry Christmas.
Inside. We hope you're having a Merry Christmas. We hope you're having a festive one and you're enjoying your ride right now. I'm going to try and get this out before Christmas Day, because obviously we're all a lot more busy over Christmas Day, but it is nonetheless Christmas, and the lead-up is the most important. And inside, in the leading for the start of your Christmas celebrations, we have a plethora of friends that are inside the ride right now. Starting from my right, we have the young tabloid writer and comedian Ronnie Joice inside the ride.
Oh, yeah. That's it, right, done.
We have... Sorry. I'm still studying the bubbles and seeing if they're getting into shot. We have the beautiful Kerry Boyne from CITV inside the ride.
Put your C's up. Put your C's up.
Oh, yeah. Big C, little C, cardboard box.
We have celebrity DJ and radio DJ. We have Goldierocks inside the place.
Woo!
Merry Christmas, one and all.
And we have the superstar, intellect, celebrity, the man with the plan, the golden knowledge. It is Shaun Wallace inside the place.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And of course we have our beautiful audience inside the ride. Make some noise, audience.
Oh, one ugly bunch.
No, lovely bunch, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely bunch. Lovely.
What you say?
Bunch.
Yeah,
I did say lovely.
Festive bunch.
yeah, I mean, well worth the money, I say.
That's real Kensal Rise, isn't it? It's like, say it right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But this is.
All the gunshots going off just worrying me, that's all.
Yeah, I know, right? All the police are already coming around the house with the party poppers.
What is it, Dill music?
Yeah.
Drill.
Music.
Wow, get it right.
Hey, I'm a foodie.
Get it right. I thought you was a comedian.
I thought you were
Okay.
like the sister that I never had.
Babe. It's all right. Don't worry.
So, how are we celebrating Christmas then, kids? What's going on?
Well, I'll be off to Jamaica soon.
Oh, very casual.
For my annual
How have you managed to get a flight on Christmas
holiday.
Day to Jamaica on the day that
I
this
do,
is
because if you book your holiday a year in advance, then you can do so.
Hey.
Styled it up.
Eager beaver.
To know where you're going to be is essential for those cheaper prices.
Well, I don't know about the cheap flying on Christmas Day, but still.
I would have thought it would have been cheaper though, no?
Should we just do a
Is it not
podcast like
quite
Skyscanner style? Like, oh, what's everyone... yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but you know, it's seriously though. You think you'd pay in advance. You know, you want to make sure you get yourself a good deal a year in advance.
And a good seat.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you? What about you, Sam? What's going on?
I will be back at home in Hampshire with my little cats, overfeeding them to the point that the Cat Protection League might ring me up and be like, stop feeding the cats, and just eating and eating and eating.
And you're recently married as well, aren't you?
Exactly. So
Congratulations!
I've been on a diet.
Congratulations!
So I've been on a diet for a year. So I'm just basically over the course of 2 weeks re-eating all that it took me.
What was the point of the diet then?
Just to feel good. Well, yeah, to feel good. Okay, stop it. Self-hate. No. And then I'm off on honeymoon to Sri Lanka and the Maldives for a month. So having a little bit of like a sabbatical, think about life, with my husband. All right.
All phones off, all activity.
Exactly, all phones off, just lots of shanti bitches and just enjoying it.
Shanty bitches, wow.
Nice.
That's interesting.
Go on then, girl. Come on, give me some love. What you doing?
Well, Kerry's just going to be in South East London, isn't it? South East Massive.
Local areas crew inside, mum and dad and all that.
Extra value meal for Christmas Day.
No, this ain't McDonald's vibes, babes.
I'd be happy with that.
Caribbean vibes in our house. We're going to have some ackee and saltfish.
Oh, wow.
Yum.
Yeah, we're going to have some fried
Classic.
fish going on, yeah. Might have a little bit of chicken, but yeah.
Beautiful.
Family vibes.
Yeah, I think, that's the order of the day, isn't it?
What's your... How do you make your chicken? What's your thing? Like a big roast chicken. What's your...
We just got to season it right, innit? Yeah, so,
Do you not stick a lemon up its bum?
I don't know what you do to your chicken. In my house.
It's after the watersheds.
Don't you have turkey for Christmas?
No, we don't really do turkey. It's a bit dry. Is it me that's not turkey?
Always. It's just about adding the right stock and the cooking.
It's just about being at that higher pay level.
Turkey's a dry meat.
It is dry,
It's a
but...
dry meat.
Do you know what? Turkey's got loads of L-lysine in it, which is very, very good for you. Turkey is better for you than chicken.
Well, all right, Dr.
You can tell that, you can tell that Sam's done a diet, you know.
Totally.
Don't come on a chase.
So what are you doing for Christmas then, Joyce? What's going on?
It's a fucking mess.
Oh, language.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Sorry to swear on the day.
Yeah, enough of your
Jesus.
festive fuckery.
I'll just get them all out now.
That's a lot of editing I've got to do then.
Great, you've got it out now. Great.
Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. Basically, I've got a house, my mum's house, but she's got an aerial in the loft. She doesn't understand when the telly doesn't work because the aerial's meant to be outside the house. So that's in the loft. Then we've got my sister who's refusing to celebrate Christmas at her house, but she's got the more convivial house. And then you've got me and my dog. The worst thing I'm worried about is waking up alone on Christmas. Like, obviously...
Oh, you got your dog? You got
your dog.
Yeah, come on. Like, it's not the same, is it?
Yeah, but your dogs love you.
So what I'm going to do is what I do every year.
friend.
I'm going to
Yeah,
drink
Mad's friend.
through until Christmas Day and then be comatose until Boxing Day and just sleep through it, basically.
It's really quite sad. Are you being serious about life?
No.
Okay, right.
No. So what we'll do, we'll have a lovely traditional Christmas. Jesus will pop round, God will be in there. Jehovah, Yahweh, all the big dogs. And we'll have turkey. We'll have a massive cross because that's the first thing Jesus wants to see when he comes back from the dead. Is that big cross again? So we'll have that everywhere.
The birthday big man.
We'll have my sister Holly. We'll also have Holly.
How convenient, Holly, because that's like very Christmas biblical. Yeah.
And we'll also have loads of other stuff like a tomb and a couple of virgins called Mary. Yes.
What about your gold frankincense and what about the three wise men? Any?
You're from a bit of a posher part of Sussex, mate, so that's why you're from those parts, I'm afraid. We've only got Murph, which is fucking useless. Like, Murph isn't worth anything, is it?
Murph.
I've got some in my
It
pocket.
doesn't
No,
even
Murph.
exist, mate. It's not even a thing.
Really?
It's not a thing.
Nah,
been
it's just
telling
like
me
a really
Murph.
stinky incense.
You've been selling me that for ages.
It's not a thing.
You've been selling me little pouches of it.
Well, yeah.
It's like...
Inside joke.
No.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So it is the festive. It is the festive season. It is upon us. There are scepticals out there that will often say that you will be bombarded by marketing and all sorts of ways in which to take money out of your wallets. What do we feel about that, ladies and gentlemen?
Well,
Yeah, we all agree.
That's the face of a philosopher that has an idea, knows what she's thinking.
Well, if you want to spend your money wisely, buy Chasing a Dream. That's my autobiography.
Self-promotion.
And for £3 extra, you'll sign it.
Absolutely.
There you go. See.
What about...
Do you know what we'll have a competition. We'll do a competition
that's
on
a
here.
nice
That's
idea.
a lovely
Yeah.
And for an extra £5, I'll give you a bag of Murph.
A bag of Murph.
Sorry, what is Murph?
I have no idea.
no, I got it wrong because I said myrrh. So frankincense is like the incensey one, right? And myrrh is what they bind your bodies with, or is it the other way around?
Either way, they're talking about Murph, which is something that is
then
non-existent.
what's
No,
Murph?
Murph. Okay, so I pissed out my worms. I'm sorry.
All right, he meant Murph.
Okay,
I
Murph.
like the fact I'm not starting like a rivalry or like a score line, but you're teaching Brainbox over here, which is a compliment. You're teaching them loads of things.
Yeah, listen, you never stop learning in life.
Yeah, twice
But
now.
also, I would say about 80% of my practical knowledge, it's all Christmas based. I'm really into Christmas.
You into Christmas?
I'm
You really love a bit of Christmas, do you?
On a scale of 1
Really
to...
into Christmas. Christmas is just the one, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's certainly
I
like.
just love it. And it makes me really sad if I have like a hot... I went out with an Australian for ages and like hot Christmas is rubbish.
I don't think so.
Not
Not in Montego Bay.
That's a man with a
But
plan.
isn't it weird though, having a... Don't you find it's a little bit weird? It's Christmas Day and you're on a beach. I don't know, it is weird. I've done it before.
No.
No? It's not weird for you?
not
Why?
at all.
You just got your choice of beverage in your hand. You're like, hey, it's Christmas.
Well, I don't normally drink, but I go to Jamaica every Christmas.
Do you make an
But
exception
then
at
it's your
Christmas?
tradition,
No.
so it's all about. I'm
Right,
getting really
if it's a
philosophical.
tradition,
it's all about
then,
tradition,
yeah.
and it's
exactly.
about like the routine of
Yeah.
things. Even like the arguments and the miserable bits. That's
Yeah,
kind of adds
it's
to the
all
joy of
part
the
of it.
routine.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's all part of
taking
it.
it through.
Does anyone want a drink?
Yes, please.
All right, let me go and get one. You keep on chatting away. So yeah, in terms of Christmas and the values of it, it sometimes gets masked, doesn't it, by a lot of propaganda and things like that. Or is it what you make it?
It is, but never forget those people who are less fortunate than yourselves.
Yeah.
Always remember that for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. Hiya, everyone.
I think, it is what you make about. Also, it's just about knowing that it's about your family. It's about spending time with everyone. It's not about all these presents and
Yeah.
look at you. You're like, give me that.
My favourite things
I
over
wouldn't do
Christmas.
Christmas without you.
Thank you very much.
A pleasure.
Are all the cosy, lovely little things that actually you don't need a penny for. Like my favourite thing. I'm not a religious gal, but God, I love a church choir. Give me a Christmas carol.
What's your
do
first
midnight
hit?
mass?
Give me a Christmas carol.
Should we sing one?
By
What's your
candlelight.
favourite?
Okay, what should we sing? Silent Night? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, down yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. 1, 2, 3. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Yay!
Enough respect. Yeah. Cool.
Cheers, cheers,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Come on in, audience, get yourself some of that. Go on.
Marvellous,
Why are
marvellous.
you putting your glass there?
So does anyone know that I taught Lee how to beatbox?
Well, let's see your beatbox then.
No, I don't know how to do
I thought you just broke wind.
All right, come on in.
Me as well.
Kerry Boyne, can you
Darling.
beatbox?
Oh, I cannot.
Have
but
a go.
I can throw a mean box.
Give it.
Yeah, I'm from South London. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Give us a beatbox. Go on. It gets
Go in there, babe. You bit gassy.
What? You did nothing. You just spat at me. What are you talking about?
You said?
You
Sam.
just spat at me.
Sam, give us a beatbox. Go on. Go on, girl.
I think I'm more like a jazz scatter, like Scooby Doo.
I could have done that. Listen, she just did some Barrington Levy stuff.
Sean, give some beatboxing.
I'm a bit too old for beatboxing. I think.
You're
Never
never
leaves
too
you.
old.
Yeah, never leaves you.
I like rap music, but I don't think I can beatbox.
Oh. Is that you saying you wanted to do a rap for us?
Oh, yes.
No.
A Christmas rap?
No.
Very suggestive, young man. Very
Please
suggestive.
do a
NWA
Christmas
Deck the
rap.
Let's do a Christmas rap.
Right, I think it's that time.
Christmas
it's
rap.
that time.
Christmas
What
rap.
time is
It's
it?
not Christmas rap time, no.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, to a degree, it's
I think that's
Christmas
a
rap.
perfect segue.
It's the perfect segue.
Where is the segue?
We have the Christmas presents round, and in comes my favourite. There we go, my favourite host. There she is. Right, Let's start off. Christmas present number 1. Inside each Christmas present is a little touch of history for each of our celebrity friends to tell us all about the present. So let's start with Johnny Royce.
Rojo. Oh, fuck's sake. I was banned from doing this.
Yeah, well, you're not banned anymore.
It's the Eggman. Oh, what a wonderful thing. Look at this.
Tell us,
Wonderful.
So show people what you got there. What you got there?
So I do a character called the Eggman, who's basically a guy who loves eggs. Eggs are amazing things.
You've got eggs. This is eggs for the audio. You've
By
got
the
eggs.
way, no, you should never buy basic eggs.
Yeah.
Really?
Get the free range. The poor little chickens.
range.
Free range.
Free
Always
Yeah,
free
if you
range.
think about
Always.
kids and eggs, they're very similar things. You gotta raise them, you gotta look after them, put them in a lot of things. Anyway, so
And make a nice omelette.
Yes.
Tell us a
Thank you.
story about
I
the
love
egg,
an
man.
omelette.
Tell us your story about the egg.
So the Eggman basically, all started one day with my friend Eamon Holmes, and he basically said that basically a little egg he quacked. So imagine that, just quacking, dying, and then it's strange doing it without like the costume on and everything, because anyway, it doesn't matter. And it's like, but basically, if one day this egg was not to survive, then you have to vow to yourself and to all of your followers, a little bit like Jesus hates Christ, and you have to say on this day, like Christmas Day, to always look after your eggs. And the way to do it is you have to hold it in your hand. Like if you like to hold one, I'll show you.
I'll hold one.
You can have one too.
Eggs.
Nice. I like an egg.
And you too. Don't worry, there's enough to go round.
My favourite is boiled.
As long as it doesn't crack it in my hand.
No, well, you have, no. You have to respect your eggs. Anyway, so
I know, I respect
and then you have to go this. You are the best. You are the best. You are the best. And then they were really weird. I said they're the best.
Yeah.
Something I
Okay, Johnny, you're the expert on eggs. What came first, the chicken or the egg? So you can't answer that.
What did come
That's
first?
a real question.
Exactly.
Actually, that is a bona fide question. What do
The
you
egg
think?
man is not philosophical. Does not do any philosophical. How do you say that word? Philosophical. I can't even say it in my normal voice.
I mean, I think you got to pick your eggs out like that anyway. Do you know what I mean? When you're picking an egg.
I'm like Sam, I prefer free range.
Yeah, no, always.
Get
free
those little
range.
happy
Bad form,
chickens.
Nelly. Bad
Basic is
form.
not the one, babe.
Right.
You're on a budget.
I'm on a budget. We're working with time. We're working with costumes. Ladies and gentlemen,
Budget time.
present number 2 coming through.
Oh, it's for me.
It's for you.
Oh, it's
right.
heavy.
It's heavy, yeah?
It's got a bit of weight in it.
Yeah, it's got a bit of weight. Got a bit of weight.
Wait, okay. I don't know what this is going to be.
Oh no, wrong person. Wrong person. Sam. Go to no, but no, Sam.
Because I was about to go, I like gin.
God.
Right. So what do you have, Sam? What do you
I've got
have?
lots of empty corks.
Yes.
I
Alcoholic.
have a bottle of mainly drank gin.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I've got a very attractive, sparkly brassiere.
You can
So
bring it to Sri Lanka.
That is honeymoon attire.
That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
101.
That's
Honeymoon
proper,
attire.
like,
Right.
carnival vibe.
Well,
Yeah, you could do some zenning. in
the
your-
reason you have this is because a little bird tells me that you worked at Festival many a times and you were very much the party girl of the season.
I think I've been the party girl for the last 20 years.
But now she's a respectable married woman.
Yes, and a respectable man. So anything you will say will not be held against you on the World Wide Web. But give us one of your best stories.
Oh dear God. Okay. Party wounds or party favours?
Ooh, wait.
I think favours.
I think favours,
Yeah,
yeah.
got to be
Oh,
favours.
favours.
So, one of the first ever international shows I did as a DJ was the MTV European Music Video Awards in Lisbon. And I was very excited. Someone had flown me there on a plane. It was very, very exciting. And by fluke, I ended up warming up for Soul Wax in a brilliant club called Lux in Lisbon. And there's this massive 8-ball in Lux, but it moves very, very slowly. So if you're drunk and you don't know that it's moving, it's very easy to get very confused and think, where the fuck am I in this club? Because the 8-ball's moving and your perspective isn't. Anyway, warmed up for Soul Wax, very good, happy. It was actually shitting myself, but it went very well. And they made me stay on stage as I finished. And the drummer came and poured a bottle of champagne in my face, and he stopped all the music, and the whole clapped until that whole bottle of champagne had got in my mouth.
Oh, bottle.
I walked off, did the rock and roll, saluted everyone, walked off stage and projectile bombed all over the floor. But the audience never knew. Showbiz, kids. Showbiz.
The show must go on.
Yeah, how many Rennies did you have after that? That was a proper Gaviscon moment.
How did you fit like a whole bottle of like champagne? It must have dripped down the
Oh, what was
side.
that? How do you
didn't
fit a whole bottle of... What?
My gag reaction's quite strong.
it? I always got to make it naughty.
Naughty
Sorry,
Ronnie.
I did put you next to him. Sorry.
I know. Why?
Anyway,
That's a very good story.
It's all right.
It's a good one, it's
in
strong.
fact, it will be going in my book, which is currently being written. So, yeah.
And you know what? I've known Sam
So
for very long.
the working
This is-
title is Around the World in 80 Raves, but it turns out someone
Amazing.
someone wrote a book called that in the 90s. But I reckon if I just add something after it, I can still use that title because I really like that title.
Around the world in 80 raves. That's sick.
Yeah, so it's going to be published late next year.
Amazing.
What about around the world in 90 raves?
Yeah,
exactly.
change your number.
I don't know, I'll do it after time.
Or,
Yeah.
or around the world in naughty raves, because there have been naughties, but you started naughty.
Hey.
I've known Sam a long time, and there'll be even more incredible stories than that. You're holding them back, probably because you're doing a book and you don't want to give it all away on
Are
you writing
Lee's
yourself?
podcast, which gets paid for that.
I started as a music journalist, so writing is my
Okay.
Passion.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't go so far as passion, but it should pay the rent for quite a long time. So
Do you find it very cathartic to write? I did.
I find it very cathartic to write. I think it's getting to the point where you can be honest enough to actually write what you really, really want to say,
Yeah.
and that takes a couple of goes and maybe a couple of rums and just to loosen you up. But then it's great.
So I'm just getting a glass of Ronnie starting hounding my
I'm just minesweeping.
dear.
It's just a perfect chance to minesweep, I think, really.
I'm
And
going to
going
take
back
off my bow. It's a little bit itchy.
Going back to
but-
my...
Well,
that's good.
I have got to go to a charity quiz.
Oh, you're going now?
Fabulous.
Yeah.
What
All right,
charity
hold
is
on.
it?
We got one more. Okay. my special, what's it?
Showbiz.
Debbie McGee. Come.
Showbiz.
Debbie
amazingness.
McGee.
Showbiz amazingness.
Oh, is this for me?
Yes, for you.
Yes.
Okay.
This is your special story moment.
Ooh.
Where's that bottle of thing gone? Can I have that bottle of thing, please, Simon? There it is.
Here?
Right, so this is a very special.
Oh,
You know what it is, right?
Oh, mate.
Uh-huh.
and you know what? In 2 days' time, the 5th of December, was the 14th anniversary when I'm on Mastermind.
Oh, amazing.
That just
look at that.
you just made must
Yeah,
be the biggest rainbow. It's amazing.
Oh, so nice.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. You can't keep it. It's
What are
just
you
a
answering?
joke.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
But there's loads of bits and bobs in there that you might find marginally like.
But it's nice, isn't it?
intellectual.
It feels very, very nice.
All the
isn't it?
answers,
Yeah.
all the answers in the back.
Yes. Anyway, tell us a quick story before you leave. An antidote on Mastermind. Give us a story. Something from the archives.
Right, I got there late because what happened, I was supposed to get there at 5 o'clock for the very first round heat. And what happened was that the trains were up the spout. So it took me nearly 7 hours to get to Coventry. So Mastermind, so the Mastermind production team had a cab waiting for me at Wolverhampton. So I jumped in the cab all the way up to Manchester, and I was so dog tired. And I was going to pull out, and I was just about to pull out, and I saw a contestant who'd come through, and he was one of the top quizzes in the country. So I thought, is that the standard of the competition? Right, I'm going to get involved. And the rest, they say, is history.
That's it. Some things are meant to happen for me.
You must be the best person to have on a pub quiz ever.
No, well, you got my fellow chasers. They're just as good, if not better. So yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, we talked about this. I like the camaraderie, the united front of. Because I asked, didn't I, Shaun? I asked you on the last podcast. I was like, "What? Is there any rivalry?" And he's like, "No. You know what? We know we're all human. We know."
If you had egos or rivalry, the show wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work, would it?
No,
People would be like, "Oh, I'm better than you." It just, it'd be too much.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
But I was the world's first chaser, so.
Well, just want to put that one. I'm just gonna slide that in.
That a girl.
Facts are facts.
Yeah, that's right. Nah, top
I'm really
boy.
good at the chase when I watch it on +1 after watching it the first hour, and then I watch it again.
And then you get the answers right because you know what the answers
Sometimes I
are.
get it wrong.
He still gets it wrong.
Yeah, you know what, Shaun, you're totally right there.
Very good.
If it was all on
What's that
90s
noise?
stuff, I would win every time.
Okay.
So, just say.
What's like the best weird fact you know?
Ooh.
No, I mean, there's no real weird fact. Because remember I said to you when we had the interview, I said no information is useless information. Because, somebody may ask you a question, you may have forgotten years to come, and that question could change your life.
You're a very profound gentleman.
You gotta be.
You know he gets the girls, don't
Yeah,
he?
So,
you
do
like
you
No,
think-
he
I
gets
don't
the
know
girls.
What about Chelsea?
You know
What
you
about
get
Chelsea's chances this season?
You know I'm a big Chelsea fan, don't you?
Are you Chelsea? My dad's Chelsea.
Yeah, big Chelsea
You
fan.
wearing a Chelsea, is that a Chelsea
1969.
shirt now?
Huh?
Is that Chelsea shirt?
No, it's
Oh,
not
right.
actually. But I've been a Chelsea fan since 1967. So if we had a striker who was on form, I probably would fancy us to win the league. But,
I just had a good start, and then it all.
not happening,
Oh,
is
so we're
it?
making a football podcast now.
You should talk about that.
Very
Go for it. Go for it. He will outbeat you.
I just think Peter Beardsley's going to score a lot of goals this year. Ian Rush, all the big the old footballers league.
I know.
Yeah.
I do remember them.
I taught Lee how to do headers and kickers and volleys.
Nice. You also taught him how to beatbox, which is insane because he's like number one.
And how
in,
to
like,
swim. And how to catch a fish with
All
his
right,
lips.
mate. Wind your neck in.
Oh, how many you had?
2.
TV, like, honestly, children's
Two.
TV presenters, what they like. Pint size, Anyway, you're still my favourite person.
Well, Shaun, listen, it's been lovely having you round the
We're going to
table.
have to have another listen, bruv.
Yes.
And, it was a surprise, but I had to make this sort of, the Christmas. So
shows up on video.
everybody have a wonderful Christmas for 2018. Have a peaceful New Year for 2019. And I hope everything goes well for everybody who watches Kela.
Gang. Well, what are you now?
Are we carrying on?
Yeah, we're going to
Then there were 4.
And then there were 4. So we can shift it around.
Photos up in
Thank you.
here. Oh, it's so nice to
Have
meet
another one,
you.
okay?
son.
Have another
Shaun,
one.
it's been a pleasure, mate. See you soon.
All right, lovely, mate. Go on then, give it a little shift around. We can all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spread for me. I can't wait to get you home. I don't know where that song's
I
from.
got a couple of drinks down.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Hey, it's Christmas, isn't it?
So let's indulge on the fourth present.
Oh, it's my time.
Here we go, my favourite.
Would you like-
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
She's so showgirl right now.
She's so showgirl right now.
That is actually an epic film. Has anyone seen that film?
No.
Showgirls. Oh, man.
Is that the one with Beyonce in it?
No, babe. It's like...
No, that was Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls.
Yeah, man, drink.
Oh!
Right, so what you got there then, girl?
I've got some, like, Jordans.
That's because you used to be a dancer.
I did. Oh, I see where you're going with this.
See what I did there? Yeah?
No.
Have you got the same size feet as her?
No,
I know,
no,
I'm
no,
like,
that's just...
Oh.
That's
Whose
just
feet are these? I might be able to even put my foot in this.
you might be able to put your foot in that.
Babe, having met you definitely could put your foot in it.
Yes, I did used to be a dancer.
Tell us a story of a story of a story.
Oh, a story. Oh, so many. Let's do a positive one because I was about to go into my reason of why I'm not a dancer, which is why I kind of broke my leg on
That's
the tube.
that's for WikiLeaks. That's
All right,
for your
fine.
wiki.
We won't
Don't-
do that. I mean,
For WikiLeaks.
That's for WikiLeaks.
I
That's
will
later
say
on.
Assange.
though, I'm just going to say quickly, TFL are absolute crooks, but I'm just going to leave it there. Let's go on to the next thing.
Yeah,
So,
evil TFL.
Don't look at me when you say that.
They got-
It's not my dad.
you don't work for TFL. Be quiet.
Not anymore,
Right. Okay.
sorry.
So something about my dancing. I've had fun times. I'd say, right, because it's Christmas, I'll talk about panto. So I've done panto a lot in my life.
I love panto so
In it?
much.
It's
I love
Joe.
panto so
It's
much.
Joe.
This is
It
a little bit
literally
like
brings
panto.
me joy to my
Oh, no,
heart.
is it?
Like,
It's so much Joe.
You've been in panto?
Yeah.
I was in panto.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm getting
shit.
really excited
Oh,
to
I
talking all
love
over your
it.
story.
Here we go,
I was
panto.
Wendy and Peter Pan
Oh, was she, darling?
back in the day.
Back in the day.
Anyway, continue with your story.
But yeah, it's nice when people get buzzing about panto because it is fun. Like, and even for
brilliant.
us that are in it, like it becomes like a little bit of a holiday. Like no one wants to admit it, but it basically feels like a holiday. It's like a little bubble where we're like, yeah, we're working, but we're having a whale of a time.
Yeah.
Some funny stories. Okay, so when I was doing panto, I had just times where like we would be messing around and like we'd be having so much fun in our dressing room and you'd be like, it's not time for us to go on yet. And then suddenly you'd be like, oh, that's our music. We're late. And then we'd literally have to literally run down and run on stage like, we're here, nobody knows. So like there's a lot of fun times like that. We also had a lot of fun. Right,
What
for
pantos
me,
have you done? What ones have you done?
so I've done Cinderella. No,
Yeah.
I did. Right, my first one was Aladdin in Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
Don't ask
Oh,
why I did that
lovely
accent.
part of the world.
Yeah, lovely. And I'll
Oh.
tell you what, it's the
They
first
got a bus stop
time.
yet?
I don't know about that, but it's the first time when I went somewhere and I realised that Greg's is open till like 3 a.m.
You know they've got 28 Gregs in Newcastle.
Greg's is open till 3
Big
a.m.
shout out to
up
the Greg's
north.
crew.
Yeah,
inside
yeah,
the
Big up Greg's with your sausage rolls.
07
Steak bake.
Zone 7 crew.
Listen, Greg's open till 3 a.m. That is a vibe,
Oh my God,
right?
I never knew that.
Yeah.
It's not open late enough, in my opinion.
What else have I done? Oh, I've done Cinderella.
Let's petition.
Cinderella, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Aladdin.
Aladdin twice.
No, Aladdin once.
Snow
Jack and
White
the
though.
Beanstalk.
And that's the one.
That could have been, yeah, that could be good.
Were you ever in ones with Shetland ponies? Because that makes me really happy with the Shetland ponies.
No, but apparently they just shit everywhere.
As horses do, man.
Yeah,
Just a horse is a horse.
it's funny that it's not. It's
It's
not.
all, no, it's all the Gregs are eating.
But yeah, no, I've had some fun times.
Go straight through
doing-
you that stuff, that steak meat.
Doing some dance bits and bobs. It's always fun doing stuff. There's
I mean,
always
must try it
stories.
now.
I always used to get things in my eye as well. I'm one of these people.
Sweetheart, you don't say that on air.
Honestly.
No, but I mean like, no, you
what's
know,
it?
no, shh. You know when you're walking down the street and then you get stuff,
Get
in,
stuff
your
in your eye.
and you're like, oh, it's
Oh,
always
bloody
me.
hell, oh, God, air,
So
wind.
Before I was going on stage for Panto,
Leaves.
I ended up like, one of my friends who I was dicking around with was like, oh, he's like waving his little skirt and then something went in my eye and I was about to go on stage and I couldn't go on stage and I made it into the show report.
Like in Ant and Dec in Biker Grove, where it's like, can he see me eyes, man?
Yeah, it's
I'm
literally like
blind.
that.
Most dramatic
Yeah.
TV moments.
It's not good to get in the show report.
And can he see? Can he see?
So Sam, I've got a question. What is the romantic charge on Christmas that you know? What is the thing you love so much? What is it?
Okay, so I'm going to just bring it down a little bit and get a little bit philosophical and then maybe a little bit hippie.
We've all had a couple, so yeah, just please do indulge.
So, What I like about Christmas is that every year I'm just filled with hope. And I just hope that everyone else is feeling how I'm feeling. That actually, for once, we can all stop being so cunty and just be a bit kind to each other.
Yeah.
And like, just be a bit gentle. Slow down. At least even if it's Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And just show a little bit of love.
Yeah.
And every Christmas, strictly, as I said, my favourite thing to go to is like the choirs, especially Union Chapel. I'll give them a shout out because they're amazing.
Big shout out Union Chapel in Central Coast. Make some noise.
It's a non-denomination church, which means that everyone's welcome and it's more just about celebrating life and togetherness and kindness. And they also do loads for the refugee support here in London. So it's really, really important. So much love and respect for those guys. And they do, carols by candlelight. It's my favourite thing to do all Christmas. Everyone comes together, you sing, you drink mulled wine. It's just a really nice vibe. And every Christmas I throw a massive party at House of St Barnabas, which do loads of work to help end the cycle of homelessness here in London. And obviously homelessness is massively on the rise at the moment.
Of course, yeah.
We all give a massive sigh. I just think, what a shit time to be homeless. One, it's fucking cold.
Terrible.
No,
But also just, it's about togetherness, bringing people together, showing some love. So,
That's right.
And this is why I'm proud to call this
I
lady
feel
my
like,
friend.
touching on your point, it'd
Not
just
you
be
yet.
really great if this, I know it's a festive season, so that's why everyone just comes a bit
More
more
drink,
like,
please, Vicar.
more like loving life, but it'd just be good if like we could just try and get this energy that happens suddenly in December and just try and like trickle it out throughout the year. Do you know what I mean? Like let's not wait for December to be like, oh look at me, I'm such a lovely person, I want to give love to everyone.
Wait until it gets hot. Wait until it gets hot.
That
and
was
then
not
you...
my point that
Oh,
I was
sorry.
making.
Just
I was just
thinking when
trying
it
to
gets hot,
say,
you'll be like, can't be arsed, let's
if
go
we
to
could
the pub.
try and give the love and feel the
Sorry.
love
I know, sorry.
throughout the
I've ruined
year
your
and
point
not
now.
wait
agree with
till
that.
like December to be like, I'm extra festive, I'm going to be extra nice. It's like, just do that anyway.
Also, I've just come from Oxford Street this afternoon.
Oh, crazy vibes. I could not-
Did you
feel
heart
sick?
melt?
No, I properly was elbowing people in ribs. I was poking people in the eye.
I didn't mean
Get
to
out of my way!
down by
I'm
yours.
coming through. I'm late for the podcast.
But did it look
forget
good
you.
though? Did it look
It
good?
looks beautiful. It looks beautiful, especially Carnaby Street. Shout out to Carnaby Street this year. It's all Queen
I've
themed.
been there,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
it looks
great.
really
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Old
does.
tight Carnaby Street inside the place.
I'm going somewhere quite Christmassy. I'm going to see Orlando from the Maccabees has written a little book.
Very
based-
Christmas.
called the Gritterman.
Oh,
right?
amazing.
Yeah, and Paul Whitehouse is narrating it from the Fast Show.
I fancy him so.
All right, and he's my
Say it a bit
favourite
louder.
comedian. And it's at Union Chapel.
Married.
And it's been drawn by Raymond Briggs, who drew the snowman.
Oh, no.
And so all the visuals by him, and then Orlando singing, and then Paul Whitehouse narrating. Very
Paul
Christmassy.
Whitehouse,
That'd be
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah,
You taking
that's
the shoes
brilliant.
for me?
Yeah.
You could have a bit of that's brilliant.
I wanted to see if they fit my foot.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant, that.
So yeah.
What other thing that's really good that's on at the moment
Go.
is Who's Had Three Ways.
Strip clubs, way.
Is Sake the Pink, the wonderful queer performance art group, are putting on a show called Krampus, and it's basically like their alternative version of a panto. So, and it's supposed to be a little bit dark and witchy, and it's on at the Pleasance Theatre at the moment till like just before Christmas, and I'm going on Wednesday, and I'm super hyped about it. It's supposed to be amazing.
See you there. I'll get us tickets together.
Nice, babe. Yeah, yes.
I'll get
You might know
I'll-
someone who do.
I'll get guest list and you can pay for yours.
Okay.
I'm joking, don't worry. Christmas cheer,
Christmas
innit?
vibes,
Christmas cheer.
that.
So I
No,
think
I was
Christmas
too
can
black
be
it on
quite
your
a hard
CITV.
time for the queer community. I think because not everyone's Christmases were very happy growing up, and so it's kind of
true.
like you've got to take that and you've got to take charge of it and reinvent it as something that means to you.
And do
maybe
your
that's
own
just sitting
thing.
on your own.
I had a
eating
terrible
Dominoes.
Christmas once when the police arrived. Right, just bring this one up. Listen, the true story. No, don't worry, it's
Is
not
it a true
bad.
story, though?
Well, just my brother and sister had a fight. You know when like someone goes, I'm going to call the police, I'm going to call the police. And then she rang 999 and then hung up, and that makes them still come. But by this point, the whole house had had a massive exodus and everyone left. Don't worry, it's fine. I've got no books coming out. Right, and so basically everyone had left. It was just me on my own in the house, and the police came around. They're like, "Is everything all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fucking fine." It's just
It's just a standard Christmas day.
I had to get that out, so I've never told anyone that before. So I had to.
How do you feel now? Have you got it out? You're at peace with
I
it?
think I need a wee now.
Okay, that is TMI, babe.
Head,
that
to,
one- is
head
that-
to the manger.
No, it's CITV, not TMI.
TMI, babe. Yeah.
What does TMI mean?
Too much information.
I don't know any of this stuff that the cool kids say anymore.
Oh, don't give me any of that.
LOL.
You're on the fringes.
LOL is so
Lots
dead.
of what? Lots of love.
You
The
don't
fringes
know.
of youth.
LOL is so
Fringe of youth culture.
Yeah, that's lots of love, isn't it?
Yes, but yeah. All right.
What does
What's
CITV stand
Can
for?
I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Because let's bring up.
I'm gonna have a chocolate. Is that all right?
Chocolate crew in the house.
Oh,
Make
do
some
you know-
noise, chocolate crew!
You know
Tea
what?
picker.
My favourite one is Maltesers,
gin-
and
it's
it
gin
is.
here.
Could I have
It's
Don't
not
put me on the
there.
gin,
Do
mate,
you
doing
want the
a
Galaxy
podcast.
one?
Look at that
All right,
fridge
you have the
open.
Galaxy one. I'm gonna have Galaxy caramel.
For the podcast to hear the sensations of the
The whole thing
rappers.
might... Oh, no, I'm scared about
Do
you.
you want a red wine?
No, I'll just... Hold on, what's in here?
Quite hot.
Oh,
Yes, let me get.
We have an extra audience member.
Tell him to come over right now.
The more, the merrier.
It's the more merrier. The more and the merrier.
What are you doing? Why are you going in someone's fridge for?
Right,
Let's
tell
have a
you
look
what,
inside fridges.
Hold on.
Is it your fridge?
No,
Do you
but-
live here?
if I go into a house, I have to look inside their fridge.
Now do it. Unplug that.
Yeah,
It's a
but I've-
joker.
There's nothing in here,
Yes,
mate.
there is. There's soda. It's the soda we want.
Ta-la-la-la-la.
Got it?
La-la. Why am I starting to sing?
I have a question to ask you.
Yes, darling.
All right.
I just put Milky
And
Way
then
in
you
my
got your
mouth
gin
though,
and
so.
tonic. Tell Rob. Rob is a very, very good close friend of mine. He will be the provider of the next 20 minutes worth of alcohol. So if you could, just please tell him to come over with a couple of choice Prosecco's. That'd be good.
The Prosecco standard is very good, by the way. Sometimes
Agreed.
Prosecco's horrible sweet sugar, and this is very tasty. So
Thank
good
you.
choice. Thank
you.
you
Thank
for
you.
your
Well, that wasn't me. That
Thank
was
you
the-
for
that was the
kindness and your
audience.
Oh, Sam, I'm
hospitality.
drinking... Sam, I'm drinking your gin. I know there wasn't quite a lot of it to begin
So
with.
I want to ask you a question because
Yes.
what you've gone through in the last 6 months has been a complete life changer. You've gone
Yes.
from study to excellence. You are officially like
Wow, I don't know
you're the
about excellence, but
you are the television presenter you always wanted to be.
yeah.
Did you used to put your head in a cardboard box when you were a kid?
No, I did not.
Oh, I
Did not, mate.
I did
No,
that.
we had a
Fine,
different
fine, I made
childhood.
it.
We had a different childhood. It's good though. We all had different childhoods. That's
Look,
the
it's
beauty.
widescreen.
Tell us your story, Kerry.
Oh, my story. Let's just say I always wanted to be a children's presenter, TV presenter. I think like growing up watching SMTV Live and all that Live and Kicking, like it was so much fun, wasn't it? And it just always used to fill my heart with so much joy. So I think for me, I was always like, that is like my ideal job. And then I sort of went on, tried to be a dancer, did do that successfully, broke my leg. That's a whole other story.
For the book.
For the book.
Fuck TFL.
Yeah. They are crooks. I'm telling you right now, if you slip over on the underground, make sure.
Oh, is that how you broke your leg?
Yeah, but make sure, don't even watch like how you broke a leg and you heard it snap. That's not important.
You know, I broke my ankle on the tube.
Stop interrupting
Just
my
saying.
story.
Sorry.
What
Whoa.
actually is important? I'll tell you what's
wrong with you?
important. I'll tell you what's important. I tell you what's important.
What's the
If you
silence
break
start
your
now?
leg on the underground or somewhere, just make sure you get video footage, you get everyone's email addresses, names. I'm telling you right now. Anyways, that's a
It's
whole other story.
marketing.
Compensation.
But why?
Because basically what happened to me is when I broke my leg, naturally for me, I heard the snap. It's a very clean sound. Yeah. I know it's Christmas vibes, so I'm like being a bit morbid up in it. No, but like I heard
See
the
the
snap,
bone.
so I knew it was over. But also it was more that like, I was more concerned with that. Like I was in like a bit of a like, because this is my dream to be a dancer for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just when I broke my leg, I was like, oh my God, I'm a dancer. I broke my leg. I was on a
Yeah.
typewriter thing. And, I wasn't thinking about, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? Right, can I get your email address? Can I get your Snapchat? Can I get your home address? Like, I was not on that vibe. Like, I was on the vibe like,
with
oh
one
my
leg
God.
hanging off as you were doing it.
This is my leg mangled back here, and I don't know what I'm going to do now. Anyway, so that's that. Everything for a reason, innit?
Yeah,
And then I
course.
slowly, gone into like the whole acting, presenting thing. And then it's funny this year when the Scrambled thing came up because I was like, wow, this is my dream job. Like, of course I want to go up for this. But I almost feel like I didn't get it just because I don't know, just because, like, it was just random, whatever. I genuinely think it's because I've been doing the work on myself. Like, I've genuinely been, like, taking this year to be like, who am I? All right, this is me. I accept me. I forgive all the things that have gone down in my life before, and I'm just happy within myself, and I'm happy to be seen. I think that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, they wanna do things, but it's like sometimes they're hiding all parts of themselves instead of being like, do you know what? This is me. Take me or leave me. And I just literally walked into that audition that day. No word of a lie, and I was like, you know what, this is me. They're either going to love me or not, and that's it.
Why don't we in true Christmas spirit now forgive TFL?
Listen, I'm at peace with it. I'm gonna get my money back. Don't worry about that.
I'm gonna get my £3.45 back.
I'm gonna get my
I
money
have something to
back.
say about TFL as well. Basically, I also broke my ankle, but not at TFL. I broke mine at Burning Man, which was fucking awful. But their disabled access is terrible.
Okay.
Really, really terrible. If you're on crutches trying to hold around the tube, no.
It's not the one.
Sort it out, Sadiq.
The other thing with
Is it
TFL, I will
disabled
say,
if
they
you've
got rid of the
broken something?
CCTV footage. I'm just going to put that one out there. After 2 weeks, they got rid of the CCTV footage. No joke.
Oh, did it accidentally go walkabout?
Yeah, they literally got rid of it. That's what I mean.
classic.
That's what I mean. They're crooks.
All the cameras
like-
are pretend cameras. They're not real cameras.
No, they had cameras. Though.
Yeah, they've
They
never
just-
ever caught me pissing
It's
on
all
the tube,
good.
that's
It's
for
all
sure,
good.
so,
Everything for a reason.
And then look at it now. You're
And look at it now.
right
That's what I'm saying. And it's
you
actually
know?
my 7-year anniversary of breaking my leg on the 9th of December. And I just look
And all
back-
that rehab and all the
all
things
that,
that
oh
you're
my
going
God, so much rehab.
That's really sweet. I've never met anyone that's ever had an anniversary of breaking something.
Yeah, because you know what? It's
a learning
something that I,
lesson.
it's something that I look back on and I'm like, do you know what? I'm
Yeah.
actually really grateful that I broke my leg because that's why it's like redirected me into somewhere else.
Do you think meeting me will eclipse that anniversary?
I'm not sure, babe.
And also, more longevity. Like being a presenter and broadcaster, dancer, unless you become like a choreographer, it's quite a short life. So,
Yeah.
you know,
It is.
on to do brilliant things, my darling. On to do
everything
brilliant
Yeah,
for a
you're
reason,
almost on the
honestly.
scuppies anyway, so it's all good that you've done this. No. Anyway, I haven't seen you on CTV yet, apart from on the
It's
adverts.
basically-
And I think that you are much better and much calmer and a nicer influence now that you're not doing dancing.
Long story short, it's never the end, it's just the beginning.
It's
That's
just
it.
the beginning. Make some
it.
noise, Chris!
Yay!
Tell you, we ain't mucking about in this particular episode. We're slowly indulging a lot of alcohol consumption, which I'm sure will be... Yay!
all the crisps.
I reckon it's a wrap.
Oh,
It's a wrap!
we were just getting started.
I know, we were just getting started. That's very good. That's very well done. That was,
I was
like
waiting, that was the whole thing I was doing for the whole time.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
You filthy animals!
Yeah.
Right, that is the best
You'll
quote,
cut
though.
that point, won't you? Definitely.
No, I'm not.
That is the best. That is the best.
Hey,
quote.
thanks, 'cause
we didn't even
obviously
do.
Sam-
I just ask
We
you
didn't
one
even do
more
our
thing?
favourite
Yeah,
movies.
go on, hey.
Like, what's your message for 2019 to your viewers and your peoples?
The message for 2019 is just go and get yours. Go and get it. Do not underestimate the power of work, of positive energy, of just showing up, making sure you're there, making sure you're ready. Just keep working. You wake up in the morning, you keep on doing this. That's what it's all about.
Agreed.
Do you know what I mean? Don't stop.
But I said don't work
Merry
too hard.
Christmas.
Agreed.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
More TV Hooray!
Oi, oi.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Killa podcast. We're going off to get Stay lucky. Stay out of harm's way.
Bye.
Happy Christmas.